All right, guys. We get more participants to hop on. We will adjust accordingly. But, Coach, how about an opening statement as we head into the home stretch of this regular season?
Yeah, a great opportunity here down the stretch to play with passion, play with pride, and to play this beautiful game that we love to play, that we love to coach. Tremendous opponent with Buffalo, obviously going through some crazy circumstances up there this past weekend, having their game canceled. And the uniqueness to all of this. But going to be a great opportunity to go compete. Obviously, lots on the line. And we need to go up there and embrace the role that we have to go play this beautiful game one last time for these seniors and for the guys, that have done so much for this program, for this team, to head into the offseason the right way.
Well, let's go around the room and start with Jack Burney from TV2, play-by-play man extraordinaire.
Thanks, Dan. And Coach, you said on Wednesday after the game, even though you guys won't be bowl eligible, that this game Saturday against Buffalo is still very important to your team. Just what do you want the team's mindset and sense of urgency to be throughout the week of prep and on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be who we are, right? We have our core values of be the alpha, which means to improve and compete today, of accountability, which means to execute with conviction together, right? And toughness to go harder, longer. And so my hope is that the way that we prepare and the way that we go about our business and the sense of urgency that we have is to live those core values in every moment of everything that we're doing. And then that shows up with a well-prepared, well-trained team because they went about their business with purpose and intent so we can go compete and live those core values in our last opportunity that we get to have with this team in 2022 on game day.
They're 5-5, so they need a win to get bowl eligible, and I believe they still have a path to a division title. Just, I guess, do you guys take pride in the opportunity to play that spoiler role, like you said, in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of it, right? I think different guys do different things to get themselves motivated. But I hope that at the top of the list of the reason why guys are excited is because it's an opportunity to go play, it's an opportunity to go compete and to be who we are more so than anything else, right? The things that we value, our path to success is based off who we are, what we're about, and the things that we can control. And that happens to be their circumstance and their situation.
Just talk a little bit about them, just what makes them good on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they're athletic team, right? Talented team. They've done a really good job going into the portal and finding some players that have helped them across the board, right? They play single high defensively, going to get a lot of cover 3, a lot of cover 1, very similar to what we saw, our last time out against Eastern Michigan. Quarterback's a dual threat kid, can hurt you in a lot of different ways. Got a physical tight end that does a really good job, both run and pass. Offensive line that is coming together, that was young at the start of the year or just, hadn't played a ton of games together at the start of the year, but now as they've progressed, right, they're playing well together and they got talented kids on the edge that can hurt you. So, well coached, talented group that's got a lot to play for. So they're going to be motivated and we got to go exceed that intensity and exceed that through our prep.
Last one for me, just looking at the adversity and ups and downs your team's faced all season long. Just what would a tough road win to end the season do just for the morale this season, I guess, and just for confidence heading into next season?
Yeah, I mean, again, right, we do all this work for, the 12 days that truly count in the fall. And this is one of those days, right? So we want to go compete to win, right? We want to go put our best foot forward. And again, each and every single one of these days, not only for this team to end it the right way, but for all the players that are going to continue to be here in the future, we are refining, we are developing those daily disciplines that winning takes each and every single moment. So this week and everything that we've gone through this season, they're all the lessons that you need to learn so that you can truly be aware of what winning takes, not take it for granted, and be able to maximize each and every single opportunity to improve, to compete, to get connected as a team, to move forward as a program. And through the ups and downs, whatever the adversity is, you keep going. Because eventually, right, like as Kent alum Julian Edelman always says, like the tough times don't last, tough people do. So we got to continue to see ourselves through this, and we'll be better and we'll be stronger because of it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Jack. Let's kick it over to the voice of the Golden Flashes, Rob Polinsky. Any questions for Coach?
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Coach, how much do you think this mini bye, if you will, an extra couple of days, getting ready for Saturday is going to help you out health-wise? Do you think it might make some people available that otherwise may not have, since you've got, like, I think it's 9 or 10 days in between games.
Yeah, I hope so. Right. I hope so. Guys have gotten extra treatment. They've gotten extra rehab. And as the week continues to progress, we'll see where everything sorts out. But everyone's dealing with something this time of year, and hopefully we get a few of our guys that are a little bit banged up back up because of the extra time that we have, Rob.
Is this a week where you're really leaning on your leaders to kind of get the younger kids through a week like this? Because, you can't become bowl eligible with a win. You want to play the game the right way, that sort of thing. The kids are off for school. You got the holiday, all these sort of things. You're going on the road. Is this a week you really need to look at your leaders and have them lead this group?
I'm looking at the organization and the culture of the organization, right? And those core beliefs to really everyone make the individual choice that those things are important to them. And then through the majority of the people in the organization, whether that's staff, players, coaches, managers, etc., right? That's the way that we're going to move and shake, right? So everyone, regardless of if they're a quote unquote leader, if they're a starter, they're a scout team guy, everyone's got an impact in this thing, right? We talked at the beginning of the year about everyone's going to have a certain amount of water in their bucket that they're going to carry, and how they carry that water impacts and affects everyone. It's going to have a negative or a positive impact. If you're sloppy with your water and you're spilling it all over the place, that's going to impact everyone, because we ought to carry the water the right way. And so everyone needs to carry their water the right way, regardless of if they're a leader or whatever role or title you want to put on them. Like, at the end of the day, how you go about your business impacts and affects the environment of the culture that we have here within our Kent State football organization. And everyone needs to do it the right way, above the standard line.
And my last one for you, Coach, knowing that this is the last game, no matter what, you're done on Saturday. Do you guys do anything special in practice, do anything different, do anything to sort of make it fun, knowing that this is the last time that you and this group will be together?
We did some special things. That's our yearly tradition before senior day, where we share some stories, and we had that moment. And, but besides from that, Rob, to me, the work is fun, right? Being with these guys, rolling your sleeves up, the work is the reward. And the guys who are about the right things value that, and they go about it the right way. And, that's the fun. That's the enjoyment of having the time together, and you cherish it and you don't take it for granted, because at the end of this week, it's going to be gone. And quite frankly, this team, because life will start intervening, everyone's going to go their separate ways. It's the same thing that happens after the bowl games. Like, when you have that final moment in the locker room with everyone, like, I don't know if this team's ever going to be together again. No matter how many team reunions or different things, guys come back for homecoming, like the collection and the whole and the sum of all the parts, I don't know if this team will ever be together again. So hopefully we value that time that we have this week, and that's the enjoyment and that's the fun, of spending this time, these last precious moments that we have, that we'll never get back together as a family.
Well, thanks for all your time this year, and here's hoping you guys are having donuts on Sunday morning.
Thank you, Rob.
Well, let's wrap things up with Tom Evans. Tom, any questions for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, they're coming off of 2 road losses. Any significance to that? Anything you see in those 2 losses that maybe they were trending down or anything?
No, I mean, those were hard fought ball games now, and I'm sure those losses have been gnawing at them, and not getting the opportunity to play last week, right? That just kind of lets that fester a little bit more. So, to say that they're trending one way or the other, I don't put much stock into that. That's done. It's in the past. They've had plenty of time, again, to use that as fuel to their fire to prepare the right way. And I know we're going to get their best shot.
Yeah, I'm looking at their stats on paper, and they look a whole lot like us. They spread the ball around to 3 different receivers. Well, the quality guys, their back has got 121 yards of total offense each game. Are there some similarities to what we do offensively?
Yeah, there are. Again, they distribute the ball well. They got a lot of talented kids. The quarterback has accounted and hurt teams a lot of different ways, right? Like 14 touchdown passes, and then 4 rushing touchdowns as well, right? So, there are some similarities. There's the core beliefs that I know, Coach Mo has built his program on ever since he's taken over, and the bedrock that he built it off of with what Coach Leipold had instilled there, are very, very similar. And they're again right on that cusp, looking for that breakthrough moment to get to bowl eligibility. And depending on what happens Tuesday night, an opportunity to go play in Detroit. So we know that we're going to get their best shot, and we got to be prepared and to go match that effort and exceed that effort, through our preparation, and to go match that intensity.
One last thing, Coach. Defensively, they had 3 defensive touchdowns in the last 5 games. They forced 6 turnovers against Toledo. You talk about their edge rushers, This looks to be a very aggressive group. Are you seeing some things that you might be able to exploit with that aggressiveness, or?
Yeah, they are certainly a default aggressive group, right? They pressure a little bit more than a lot of the other teams in the league, which gives them an opportunity to generate those turnovers. They like to try and force and dictate the tempo of things. They believe in their corners. They're two really good players. One's a transfer, from Notre Dame. The other one has over 20 starts in his career there, right? So they trust those guys to play on islands and to match up and to get numbers to the hats or numbers to the ball. So we're gonna have to be on it, and we're gonna have to do a great job with pass pro to maybe take advantage of some things downrange in the throw game.
Last thing, Coach, you develop a very family atmosphere with football program. Thanksgiving's a family holiday. Any special message for the kids or anything special on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so we'll have a family Thanksgiving meal after practice and spend some time to give thanks for all the opportunities that we've been afforded as we go forward with it. So very thankful for the opportunity to learn, lead, serve these young men, and we'll break bread together on Thursday after practice.
Great stuff, Coach. Thanks and good luck.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Last call for questions for Coach Lewis. All right, Coach, we'll let you get back at it, and hopefully we're talking about a nice season-ending road victory on Saturday afternoon.
That's it. Thanks, guys. Go Flashes.